Esther 6. Or, oh, sorry, Esther 7. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim. Excuse me. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips, and Yah is short for YahWeh, Yahweh, Yod-He, Vav-He. There's no difference. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. What is a difference and does matters when people say that Sam, Phil, Bob, and Aaron are the same name, because they're not, and no one in their right mind would believe that. And only a fool believes that the hammer can force the creator to do something. We are the hammer. And again, that's ridiculous. Uh, there is no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic text because the letter J is only about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. In a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua, and I strongly believe that the son of Elohim's name, Yehoshua, means Yahweh is salvation. Esther 7. And the sovereign of Haman came in to drink with sovereigness Esther. And again on the second day at the feast of wine, the sovereign said to Esther, what is your petition, sovereigness Esther? And it is given to you. And what is your request? Up to half my reign, and it is done. And sovereigness Esther answered and said, if I have found favor in your eyes, O sovereign, and if it pleases the sovereign, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. For we have been sold, my people and I, to be cut off, to be killed, and to be destroyed. And if we had been sold as male and female slaves, I would have kept silent, although the adversary could not make up for the sovereign's loss. Then sovereign Ahasuerus asked sovereigness Esther, who is he, and where is he whose heart is set to do so? And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this evil Haman. Yeah, evil Haman. Exactly. Then Haman was afraid before the sovereign and sovereigness, and the sovereign, arising in his wrath from the feast of wine, went into the palace garden, and Haman remained before sovereigness Esther, pleading for his life, for he saw that evil had been decided against him by the sovereign. Oh, so you don't think that killing off a whole group of people, like a whole ethnicity of people, because one person didn't bow to you and act like you were the creator, that's not evil being done towards you. That's good being done towards you. You deserve actions worse. You deserve to be hung on that thing you created for Malachi. And when the sovereign returned from the palace garden to the place of the feast of wine, Haman was falling on the couch before Esther, where Esther was. Then the sovereign said, "Also the ravish of, also the to ravish the sovereigness while I am in the house." As the word left the sovereign's mouth, they covered Haman's face, and Harbona, H with a dot, ARB with a line underneath of it, ONAH, one of the eunuchs, said to the sovereign, also see the wooden structure 50 cubits high which Haman made for Mordecai, who spoke good on behalf of the sovereign, is standing at the house of Haman. And the sovereign said, impale him on it. And they hanged Haman on the wooden structure that he had prepared for Mordecai, and the sovereign's wrath abated. Abated. So they did kill him. And I'm glad he didn't hang himself. I'm glad he went out like a man. I think people who commit suicide are weak. I know it sounds like a harsh statement, but to be honest, unless you're severely retarded, And I mean that in like the best way possible. Retarded is a real definition. People should totally look it up. It's not stupid, it's retarded. And I know I abuse the word retarded in senses where it should be more or less stupid, not retarded. But to be actually retarded, so retarded that you killing yourself is just like a thing. It's not even an actual desire. Just you just do it, kind of a thing. That's a bit different. But every single other time, which is gazillions of other times, and it doesn't include the alphabet people. They're not included in that special too retarded to know the difference kind. They're the kind who thinks that, oh, just because I took all these chemicals even from birth because they put them in vaccines and give them to pregnant women, that they can go on forth doing such things and it's totally okay, because it's not. And to think that, oh, not to mention those that do try to transition, quotation in the transition of genders, because they don't actually transition. They just get surgeries to make them look like the opposite gender. That's all that's happening. And the ones that realize that commit suicide anyways. $20,000 just to change, $20,000 tax dollars, by the way, to change how somebody looks just so they can kill themselves after it anyways. And it's like 50% of those that don't transition commit suicide, but then the number goes up for those that do transition. Not down, up. Not to mention they're literally wasting our tax dollars because they want to ingest so many toxins into their body, they literally think they're someone else. And the children who think that they and them should be used as a term for male or female is a joke. Like, they're not a joke, but that thought is a joke. Use your brains. Think for yourselves. Don't let corporations think for you, because they're not going to. They're going to let you be stupid. Anyways, I'm glad Haman died.